Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing an apple mould. You will have seen these floating around on YouTube, but they are the bigger ones by Resin. These are just the cheapy one that I picked up on Temu. I wanted a smaller one just because it's easier. Sorry, I was just peeling some tape to clean the top of my mould. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make this jar, trinket jar should I say. Everything's trinket jars or storage boxes with most things these days. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and make it look like an apple. So I have some colours from the Resin pigment range. Pigment, I meant Mica Powder range. So we have crimson red, we have brown, which will be the stem. Is it the stem? Yeah, stem. We've got green and we've got bronze. So I'm going to get some PPE kit on, which is a dust mask or a medical mask, whichever you prefer. Gloves, and I will be back and we can get on with colouring this. I shall see you shortly. Bye. The higher the content of alcohol, the better. I don't often use baby wipes inside my moulds because they can leave a residue on your mould, and that's because of the moisturisers in the baby wipes. But I do use just standard water wipes. They're nothing, they haven't got anything in them apart from some fruit extracts, and they basically stop smudging on your moulds as well. So I'm just going to give that a little wipe. Right, so this one, we're going to turn this inside out, if we can. So I'm just going to do a mixture of red and green, a bit of bronze and bruising on the apple. I was going to, this is a dry wipe, I was going to blend off. It's really weird apple core, that. Seems really thick. It's not like on the Resin ones, they have the stem coming off, which is a bit better. But oh well, it is what it is. I'm just trying to think how I can work this now. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a lid off this. I couldn't do it. Bit hard with gloves. I usually do this before, but I totally forgot. I'm trying to film a few videos in one day because I've got a busy week. I've got my two younger boys off school today. They've got a tummy bug. So they're downstairs with Dad, resting on the sofa, watching a movie. So I thought I would record a couple of videos today. So today's video and tomorrow's video will be done as Dad's back at work tomorrow and the kids can't go back to work, go back to school for 48 hours. Right, so let's get on with what we're doing. It's me yapping away. So I try and blend in some reds and some greens together, if that makes sense. You will need a blush brush. So blush brush is something that is like a chunky brush. I use a blusher brush from a makeup, and what that does is it enables all my colours to be mixed together, and it is quite effective. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish this off and I'm going to time lapse it, because I don't want to bore you to death having to watch me doing some colouring. Right, so even though it looks goldy colour, the green has got like a goldy yellow colour to it, and then blended the rest, the red in. So it looks a bit realistic. We'll see when it's done. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. It's just a bit of fun. As I said, I'm trying to get through so many moulds. My partner is sick of me keep buying moulds, so he's told me, he's not controlling me, but he's told me I'm not allowed to buy any moulds until half of the ones I have here have been used. So I made a promise that I wouldn't buy any moulds. So I have a basket full of moulds on, what's it called, Amazon and Temu and Shein, waiting to be purchased. Right, anyway, back to what we're doing. So this is a blush brush, and basically, let's just put this to one side, just grab it like that and just blend it. And hopefully it should take away harsh lines. Looks quite realistic, doesn't it? We'll see when it's done. I'm not, I can, if you give me a pen and paper or an iPad and an app on my iPad such as Procreate, I'll sit there and I can draw from memory. But to design with resin, Mica Powders, not happening. I'm still a long way yet from perfection. But anyway, it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to do the same on here. Right guys, I'm going to bob you on pause. I'm going to mix up some resin and I'll be back and we will colour the resin white using the Supreme White pigment paste from Just For You Online UK. I'll get cleaned up as well while I'm at it, and I'll be back and we can fill up this mould to see if we can get it to look realistic. So I shall be back with you shortly. Bye. Right, so I've mixed up 300 mils of Apex resin. I've mixed up 150 mils of part A and 150 mils of part B. So equal parts of resin and hardener. Right, sorry, I forgot to hit record. I've misplaced my Supreme White pigment paste from Just For You Online. And obviously because I haven't got time with the resin to start searching for it, so I'm just going to use the Castin Craft opaque pigment. I've poured some in already. I didn't realise that it wasn't recording. So I just did a I just squeezed the bottle and squirted it in. The lid and the base. I don't know what's happened to this. Everything that comes from overseas seems to warp, can you see? Right. So I'm just going to pour a very thin, what's the word, amount. Just let it run down into the stem of the lid. Just because you can't squeeze it. So I just want to make sure that no bubbles get in there. And then you can fill it up. So I'm just going to let that run and go where it wants to. Next few videos after this one, I'm going to be working with neon powders. I did a poll a few weeks ago with regards to what people wanted to see. And I said I would run themes. I gave a list, and the top two would be the makes for the week. So starting from Monday of next week, once deliveries have come, we're going to be doing butterflies and moths and 80s and 90s retro. So we're going to be working with quite a bit. So I'm just letting that fill up a little bit, and the reason for that is because I want to squeeze. Even though it's a circular mould, you still have a 90-degree angle there, and can be notorious for hardening bubbles. And it just basically releases any bubbles that may be trapped down there, and we have, I have no idea what that is, but it's not staying in. What's that? Strange. I was doing a make yesterday and I had my window open, and I came back up and I'd poured, what did I do yesterday? Oh, it was the crown trinket jar. And when I came, after I'd finished the mould, filling up the mould, I had some spare resin. So I filled up a little flower mould, and when I came back up, I had about 7 or 8 gnats in each flower. It was covered in flies and little bits of debris, so it's the only thing. Right, so I have, just counting how much. I have 50 mils left, so the whole mould took 250 mils. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a quick spritz with some isopropyl alcohol. That will help pop any surface bubbles that may rise to the top. I'm going to leave this to degas as usual, as I always do, for 1 hour, and then I'll pop that onto my heat mat for 1 hour, and then back to demold, and we can have a look at whether this looks realistic or not. So I shall check back with you later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back, and these are now cured. This is just mica powder. It's just floated up from the actual stem of the apple. So we're going to start off by demolding the actual stem, top of the apple. If I can get it open. Let's try this one. I hate hard ones. I just go for the simple ones, they're easier. It is a little bit difficult, so I'm going to spray some isopropyl alcohol down it, and what that does is it breaks the seal. I just push that all the way around. Just makes it easier to demold, and then I should be able to get it straight off, hopefully. Yep, perfecto. going to show you that bit yet. I'll wait until I've demoulded this bit and then I can show you it all together. This is when you need nails. Yeah, I don't do nails. I'm a busy mum. I don't have a chance to have my nails done. Right. Oh, it's not too bad. So we do have a couple of air bubbles underneath, but I'm not really bothered about that. And that's normal as the resin rises to degas. The lips on some moulds don't allow the resin to degas, so they get stuck. So that is the mould. There is some indentation markings that are actually on the mould, but there's not much I could do about that. It's quite effective. It looks more orange than it does red. That's inside. Yeah, we've got a couple of bubbles there, but that, as I said, I'm not really bothered about a couple of bubbles. Sometimes they're inevitable. Right guys, I'm going to leave that with you. Please like, comment and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would help my channel up so much. And I shall see you on the next upload tomorrow. Goodbye. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.